My name is Benoît Jouffret. I'm VP 5G expertise at Thales. And today I'm going to speak about 5G and security. 5G, we are all conscious of it, will be the basis of the digital society over the next years. Even if, as of today, we don't have that many devices which are expected over 5G technologies, the estimations either published by network equipment providers or by the GSMA give us an estimate of 2 billion of devices that should be connected in 2025 over 5G technology. This is extremely significant. 5G, in the same way, enables either the traditional use cases to be deployed in a more effective way. When we speak, for instance, about the enhanced mobile broadband, we were used to get over 4G data rates that are around a few hundreds of megabits per second. In 5G, we'll speak about 10 to 20 gigabits per second. And it will, on the other side, enable new use cases to be deployed. Thanks, for instance, to the ultra-reliable low-latency communication. When speaking about manufacturing 4.0 or vehicle-to-vehicle or vehicle-to-infrastructure communications, we all understand that this will be rendered possible, this will be made possible because we are able to achieve these few milliseconds of latency that will come with 5G. But in order to have all these promising use cases being deployed in an effective way, there is one key element, and this key element is trust. What I mean by trust is both the security and the reliability. When speaking about the security, we can consider first the authentications. When I'm using a mobile network, I want to be sure that I'm authenticated in a secured way. And this is rendered possible both by the presence of a 5G SIM at the edge and at the core by elements such as the hardware security modules that are either storing on the network side the authentication keys or enabling the secure provisioning on the network of these keys, or simply doing the cryptographic functions which are necessary for these authentications, for instance, the generation of the authentication vectors. The 5G SIM is as well bringing something that is totally new, and this is the privacy. We all are familiar with privacy, and we all know that over 5G, the subscription can now be concealed. In other words, instead of being visible, like it was the case for the IMSI over 4G networks, now the so-called SUPI, so the subscription permanent identifier, can be hidden, can be concealed in order to protect us better from a privacy standpoint. Once we have this authentication, the second element that we expect is to have a reliable communications. This can be achieved if we are using secured 5G IoT modules. Then the other element will be to ensure that our end user experience is of the utmost quality. That, for instance, when we are landing and opening our device, we don't have to wait a couple of minutes until we are effectively connected over the mobile network. And this is as well made possible thanks to the 5G. Why? Simply because the roaming experience can be now done over the signaling network, the so-called non-access stratum. This enables us to have an excellent end-user experience in terms of getting connected. The last element is that once we are authenticated, once we have this reliable communications being set, we expect to be able to use or to rely on these new 5G use cases, such as the ones I've been already mentioning, or others which are, for instance, leveraging slicing capabilities. You know that over 5G we are changing the usual paradigm. Instead of having our use cases that have to adapt to the network, we now have the network which is adapting to our use cases. In other words, the network can provide the right parameters, for instance, from a bandwidth and latency standpoints, which are fitting the requirements of our use cases. This is the logical network, the so-called slicing, which is a key element of 5G. But in order to benefit from that, in the same way that I was mentioning in the secured authentication, we need to have a secured slice-specific authentications. And the data which we are generating, we are expecting that this is handled, treated in a confidential, secured way. All these elements I've been speaking about, the authentications, the reliable communications, the fact of benefiting from these new 5G use cases, such as slicing, we are at Thales working on them. We are providing you the elements to enable these secured authentications, either through our 5G SIM cards, and we were the first company in the world to provide these 5G SIMs. We are providing on the core side of the network the hardware security modules. We are bringing to achieve these reliable communications the 5G IoT modules. We are leveraging our SIM and OTA platforms capability to provide this better end-user experience. We are as well ensuring the fact that you can use and benefit from the slicing in a secured way, thanks to our key management solutions, and again, solutions that can leverage the previous technologies I've been mentioning about, like the SIM card. At the end of the day, our motto at Thales is that 5G has to be trusted or will not be. And again, in order for all of us to benefit from these exciting moments that we are all expecting over the next years, you can count on us to provide you with the right product, solutions, and enablers to get this trusted 5G.